good evening or morning, depending on where you're listening to this podcast, this telecast from. This is the Kastle Report Episode 3, the update. Apparently now we have one confirmed death in the United States, but if you know anything like I know, it's the rule of three. There's an infection, and it's happening. It's here in the States. People on the West Coast are now panic buying. Walmart's reporting their stock going up with people buying things off the shelf. There's people lined up outside of Walmarts and Targets and other grocery outlets for miles at this point, buying up everything. This is all stuff I said would certainly happen and has happened. I told people here on the East Coast, especially here in Berks County, while everybody's blissfully unaware that the infection has touched here on the East Coast. There are people infected in Jersey. There was people here infected in Pennsylvania, Lackawanna County, which is right next to us. There might even be people here infected that don't even know they're infected. This new strain of coronavirus is undetectable by natural means. I want everybody to understand that this is not a flu. This is something that's already in us. I've stated this in the video before. Whatever this thing is triggers the weaknesses of the body. Not everybody gets sick the same way. Some people end up with pneumonia. Some people end up with the flu. Some people might not have any symptoms at all. There was a case in the Congo where somebody contracted an STI after getting infected with the coronavirus, which means this thing has the power to really touch into some really sick shit. Whatever the Chinese decided they wanted to do to kill them protesters in Hong Kong, they fucked up and they released it. And our government is an opportunistic government. Iran is now infected. There is 954 confirmed cases and 54 deaths. And I know for most people, who gives a shit about Iran, right? I don't personally. But again, Europe is now inflamed with this coronavirus. It's now the second plague, and most of Europe is infected now. And Japan and Italy are quarantining. They even shut down schools and basic operations for their government because they're trying to contain whatever it is. I want everybody to know that there is no cure. There's hoaxes going around the internet where people are talking about they've cracked the code, they know how to cure it, they know how to do this. This is wrong. This is inaccurate. The CDC, which you can only take what their information is in a grain of salt, has said they are 18 months out at least. Now I'm going to highlight at least, from finding a way to stop this. Until then, we are on our own. We have to be vigilant. We have to take precautionary measures. We have to disinfect our houses and our airways, and we need to stay away from people who are not always in contact with us already. That means don't be going to people's house parties and all this extraness. Stay as little from strange contact as possible. I cannot emphasize this enough. Especially if you have kids, if you have children, especially babies and infants, you want to limit any germs you contract from outside and bringing them into your home. I advise people to get Lysol, the cans of Lysol. I know they're pricey, but it's very imperative to have these things. Dry foods, crackers, soups, canned food. Please have a stock of this, because once we finally get the word that somebody's infected here, you're not going to be able to go shopping. The roads are going to be cluttered with people trying to get stuff on the fly last minute. Don't be that stupid. Start stocking water, dry food, canned food, stuff that you can store in dry places for long periods of time, because you're going to need to. buy hand sanitizer. Always sanitize your hands. Basic hand soap is not enough. You need alcohol and other strong things. Clean your bathrooms in Clorox, and forget the Fabuloso. I know it smells good and stuff like that. That doesn't kill anything. It just smells good. I mean, it's basic soap stuff. What else can I say? Get ready. Start stocking on weapons, because if this shit hits a mass panic, and you're gonna have to protect your homes. If people have weapons, start buying ammunition, or have at least a baseball bat next to your door, because rioters and looters are inevitable. Once this shit hits, once it hits us hard, people are gonna panic, and the people that are panicking are gonna hide, and the ones that think this is it for them, they're gonna go crazy. I really, really hope that everybody understands that this thing is really bad, and although it might not wipe us out, it's going to do some heavy damage, and it's going to make people crazy and paranoid. I, for one, already know what and see and foretell by talking to the general public what they think. They all think this is just like the H1N1 virus. It's just going to pass by. Nobody's going to get hurt. Everybody's going to be fine. And for everybody's sake, I hope this is the case. But I have very little faith in humanity on this one. Just make sure you have proper protection in your house. Make sure you have the foods that you have stocked up. And just be safe out there, yo. Be vigilant. Pay attention. You see people sniffling and snuffling, stay away from them. Take your vitamins and stuff. Keep yourself in good shape. Don't sit there and pollute your body with drugs and alcohol. And that's just where I'm going to leave it. I wish everybody the best. Godspeed. Stay armored up.